Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 7 of my full platinum walkthrough for A Plague Tale Innocence. We are on chapter 7. As you can see, this is one of the longer chapters. Lots to do here, so this is right at the start, at the end of the cutscene at the beginning here. The beginning part, this first area, is slow, as much of the game has been really. But after that, we do get into some sort of combat situations, and you'll get a feel for how the rest of the game is going to, well, feel really. You're not going to feel as vulnerable all the time. You're going to get some new ammunition types that are going to allow you to get rid of enemies, even ones with helmets. If you want an extra little interaction, go to the end of that jetty, but there's nothing there we need to get. Apart from that, we're just going to walk up here and move forward, basically. We are going to get that final upgrade for the pouch. You can see that fabric is the first thing we're picking up. Only need one more. Hopefully you've got the same amounts. I can't see why you wouldn't have if you've been following along exactly. You should have the exact amounts needed. But don't worry if you can't do the same upgrades as me. Just try and do them as soon as possible. Because on my practice run I didn't actually have the pouch at this point, but I've tightened things up a bit, so that's why I do have now. So yeah, there's quite a few puzzles in this this chapter. They're not difficult puzzles. I mean, you need to use this one yourself. You saw me send Hugo off to stop the wheel over there. So he's stopping the wheel. I'm shutting the gates, half of the gate here. And then she's going to shut the other half of the gates using the other winch or crank or whatever it is. And then we're going to get Hugo to go and do the other side. So that's going to hold the water wheel. And then I can go across. Simple stuff, really. So we'll open up the gate so it's flowing again, and then there we go. As soon as he hits the switch, we'll be able to cross. Okay, so this is where the tool bench is. You're going to get some more cord, and a tool. You should have plenty of tools by now. You should be well ahead. You shouldn't have any problems with those at all. And we're going to get the final pocket upgrade there. And there we go. So yeah, the one we want now really is these bottom ones. These are quite good, the equipment ones. Later on they're going to allow us to craft on the fly, which is extremely helpful. But yeah, we can't get that one next. That will be later on though. Next we're going to get a collectible, Curiosity, and we're also going to get a trophy here. So we break that door down and then come around to this side. And then jump up here, give Millie a lift up. And then there's a horseshoe on the wall here. And this should be number 13 for you. And if it is, well, it will be. You'll get the trophy Curiosities Hunter as well. So we're halfway done with the Curiosities. There we go. And now we're going to move on. So this next bit is quite self-explanatory. You're just kind of making your way up towards a building. There's going to be a flower on the way for Hugo's herbarium, a few materials, and that's about it. So I'll join back up once things happen again, let's say.
It's pretty here, and it smells like earth. The Yankee Duck, is that where Lucas is?
I hope so. I doubt this castle is going to look like much. Why? This used to be a village, but it was reduced to rubble in just one night, years ago. Some say there's a curse around these parts.
Monsieur?
She's joking, Hugo.
Of course I am. Since when do I say anything true, eh?
Do people live here then?
Yes, but they left.
Where did they go?
Somewhere else.
Oh.
You know what that is?
Hawthorn, I think. Nobody likes it because of the thorns, but it's good for the heart.
Well, aren't you a fount of knowledge?
Mommy taught me.
You can teach me then.
And will you teach me how to use the sling?
It's a deal.
What were you up to?
Just a detour.
Amicia.
Hugo, what are you doing?
Come here. Climb on my back if you can. Come on.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
If it's in his blood, what about you?
I'm fine. Lucas is trying to slow the effects down. That's also why we're going to the chateau.
Amnesia. I'm scared.
Of what, Hugo?
What's in my head?
Don't worry. We're all scared of what's in our heads. Here we are. You'll be able to rest.
At last.
Help me lift this.
I'm coming. Hugo, can you climb down, please?
Okay, so after these long couple of cutscenes here, you're going to get have to escape because there are people coming, and we're going to get a new ammunition type, Deverantis, and that is going to allow us to remove helmets. It's a very easy one to craft. We will be using it a lot. It does not use any of the important rare materials, which is great. So it's going to be extremely helpful. From now on, enemies are not as bad anymore. So we're just going to wait for to get given the there it is, alcohol. Basically 1 alcohol and 2 saltpeter will make it. And then you're going to throw it at their head, and they're going to sort of freak out a bit. And then if you wait for a moment, you don't need to do it right away. There, when the helmet comes off, you'll see them actually take their helmet off, and then throw a rock at their head, and they'll die. And yeah, that's what we're going to do from now on. Now we've got a big open area. Make sure to grab this leather on the way. There's going to be a big open area now with lots of enemies in, and going to allow you to sort of get a feel for how combat is going to be from now on. You're going to be able to just take care of most enemies now. So there's one with a helmet on. He's the one at the far that's just turned around, and the one that's still walking doesn't. When there's one without and one with, it's easy enough. You can just take this one down first, and then hit him with the other one. Again, don't go over crafting things, because materials, you don't want to run out. Especially for, you won't run out for materials that you'll need to progress, but if you need a certain amount of sulfur or something to do an upgrade, you want to have it. So only upgrade exactly what you need with regards to ammunition still. So taking care of those two. And then later on you're going to get situations where you've got 2 guys with helmets. The best way I find to do that is hit them both with the Deverantis. So hit one, he's going to start freaking out and try and take his helmet off. And while he's doing that, hit the other one with the Deverantis. Then equip rocks. Go for the first one again, knock him out, and then go on to the second one. The timing should be perfect. It just works that way if there's 2 guys with helmets. So you're going to see me craft 4, because I do know that we're going to need at least 4. I mean, we're taking most of these guys down. You do want to get in, when you do have 2 enemies as well, make sure you already have the 2 crafted. You don't want to be crafting in the middle. Time doesn't really slow down when you're crafting or on your wheel. So yeah, this area, just take it slow, follow the path that I do. We're going to take them all out. It's just easier. There's materials we want to pick up, and there is a collectible in the far corner just to the right of that portcullis. And that's where we're heading, where that portcullis is. That's the way out. So I'll join you back up later on, but yeah, just take it easy and don't go rushing. There's no need. Just watch the pathing and make sure you're not being watched. Like this first guy, I waited for this one to turn around here before I went for that one that I've just got. So yeah, check the pathing and don't get caught, because you'll die in one hit.
Seems fine from here.
After you.
What was that?
If we hadn't had to deal with the mess at the English camp, we'd have had him by now.
Nicholas is gonna be furious. Someone's gonna get it in the neck.
And Vitalis. You might think the captain of the guard is scary, but the old man, believe me, when he's disappointed, he burns people alive.
What?
You!
What do you think you're doing down there? Huh? Hello?
A map of the whole country. What?
Hey!
Nearly there.
The portcullis is down.
There's always a side entrance.
There!
Let's get out of here.
Come on. Go ahead.
So kind of you, Your Highness.
Go on, get moving.
What are you going to do to me?
Careful.
It's Lucas.
The cart should be arriving soon with fresh supplies. Hey!
I'm so glad to see you again. Hey, you look well.
Yes, I was in a cage. Then there was a huge explosion. Boom! And then we went to Mellie's house. She said lots of bad words.
I heard that.
And what about you, Lucas? How are you?
Can we talk while we run? Or we can sit down with some wine and some roast chicken and wait for them to come and kill us? What do you reckon?
You're right. Let's get going. The chateau shouldn't be far now. Let's go.
Come on. It's not far to the aqueduct.
Seems like you've been through some tough times.
You don't say. You forgot to tell us about the Inquisition.
You wouldn't have accepted the deal.
The one where your friends are rich.
Okay, we've linked back up with Lucas again now. He's going to be with us for a while now. He's going to give us another ammunition type now called Luminosa. This is another one you do not want to craft unless you specifically need it for situations, because it requires leather, and that is one of the rarer materials, so do not go over crafting this one. We definitely need one now because we need to advance. But you can also see that there is a cart just ahead of me. This is an Inquisition cart, number 1 of 5. It doesn't track it in the game. It's not like you can pause and look in your touchpad menu and see which ones you have. But you do need to step into all 5. So that's all you're going to basically do, is step into them just to make sure it counts, interacts with the bench that's going to be. There's one of them, or they always have a bench in them. So when you go into them, look on all of the shelves, look for all the materials. You should find fabric, cord, saltpeter, all sorts in here. So pick it all up and then interact with the bench to make sure it definitely counts. As you can see, I've walked in. There's no indication that it is counted, but it has. And I can craft something else, so I am going to do that. I do want the bottom equipment one there, but I can't get it yet. But doing the one I just did, the ammunition bag, does not negate the other one. So I'm not using any of the same materials, so we'll just get that eventually. Probably the next one will do. I'm going to craft. This is one thing you probably see me doing as well, is if I get to some saltpeter or whatever material, the more common ones, is I will craft some ammunition if I need it, and then pick it up. So I'm picking up as many as possible, because we do still need that trophy for crafting 100 ammunition. That will come naturally, but yeah, you definitely going to be crafting well over 100. Well over 100. So yeah, whenever you sort of see a red material that you can't pick up, look at what you need to craft. I am running low on alcohol, so I have kind of stopped in places. You don't want to run out of items. That's definitely one thing you don't want to do. Yeah, so just kind of balance it. You want to be picking up as much as you can. So next part is a boat section. Yeah, the next part is the boat section. It's very self-explanatory. Just look for the materials that I pick up, and then use the boat, and that's pretty much it. Get them to do the first winching, and then you go across in the boat with Hugo, and then you do the second winching to bring them across. It takes quite a while, but I've left it in because it is gameplay. So I will see you on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Not bad.
Is that the sea?
No, it's water that's collected underground. Hey, there's a pontoon.
People used to use this place. We're on the right track.
A reaction ferry.
A what?
A boat that's propelled by a rope. You pull it by hand.
There's a hand crank.
Melly, can you look after it?
Lucas, come and help instead of sleeping.
Yes.
The water's green.
Oh, that's because there are a lot of things living in it.
They must be very cold.
Once, Father took us to the lake at Tuve, and I slipped and fell in the water. It was so cold, it made me cry.
I would have cried too.
Your boat awaits.
Shall I get in?
Yes, Hugo, get in.
I hope they can swim. Hold on tight. There you go.
Whoa. I can't see any fish.
Oh, that's because of the monster.
What? A monster?
Of course. The underground lakes are magical. Huge, ancient monsters hide in their depths. And watch out, they're very hungry.
No, they're not. And if there were monsters, we'd see some big bubbles.
You got me.
Mummy used to say that monsters are just those things too.
Just those things to which we have never given a name. She told me that too.
I would quite like to see a monster, actually.
Right, this is where we get off.
Oh, it was too quick.
I know, but it's someone else's turn now.
There are no monsters here, but there might be a whale.
A whale is big, you know.
Yes, but a little one.
Why not? A shy whale that doesn't want to show itself.
It's shy because it's small, but I'm sure it's pretty.
Over to you!
We're coming! It's all right. You can let go. Whoa. You all right? Sorry. Don't put water on. That's all. I thought that Amicia and Hugo might die. I was scared.
Forget it. It's all behind us now. But anything that takes my fancy at the castle is mine, all right?
Fair enough.
Ah, closed. Not for long. Make some room. It's open.
Next, we've got quite a few of these kind of puzzles coming up. We're going to be getting to the castle soon, which is kind of going to be our hideout. It's where we're heading. There's going to be lots of instances with these things. Don't need to like this one, so I don't know why I'm bothering. But you kind of push the rats. You're going to see what happens in a moment.
What, Lucas?
But this is going to be in a much larger scale in a minute later on. Well, shortly when we get to the castle. But this is the idea of kind of the puzzle. I suppose it's a puzzle. It's a very linear puzzle, but the idea is you light one of the braziers and then you push the rats into a big hole, which is what I'm doing. You can see the hole in the distance there. They're moving towards it and just keep pushing the light across, and it's going to drop all the rats into the hole, making it safe to walk down there. And we're going to be doing that on a much larger scale shortly. So it's just kind of teaching you that bit now. So yeah, just going to go across, do the other side, and then you'll get to the castle. So I'll be back then.
Right. Gives me goosebumps.
All right. I'll take care of the door. Come on! Cross over, you two. Oh, there's a lot of bloody rats.
Perfect. You can't
Let's
fault
go.
their system. Very efficient. Follow me.
Of course.
Another door. Maybe it's the right one.
I just hope there are no rats behind it.
Melly, need a little help here.
On my way. Come on! I'm starting to get fed up of all these doors.
Look! We found it! The castle!
Whoa. It really exists.
Chateau d'Ambrage. It's amazing.
I had a moment of doubt, but that's the sort of alchemist's legend I like. Come on, let's take a closer look.
Just before we get to the castle, we've got another little section coming up here. Double back on yourself to get this gift. Make sure you come around here and get her to Melee. Melee doesn't sound right while I'm saying it. Maybe because I'm not saying it with an accent. Get her to open the door, and there's going to be a gift number 7 in here. Vinegar of the 4 thieves. And then the next section is going to involve lightning. So there is a storm going on. Lightning scares the rats, and it's going to explain all this. It's very self-explanatory. And then just run. So lightning's going to happen, and then the rats are going to hide, giving you a little window to run across the gap. And you need to do that twice. In between the next time we do it, there is going to be one of those straw fire things. So you can't run across straight away because you're kind of not ready. It stops you from doing that. You're gonna have to light some straw halfway across, so be ready to do that on the second one. Again, very simple. I'll get back with you when we're in the castle.
No! Run! This is crazy! Never again!
A building. Unbelievable. People used to live here.
We're very high up.
Don't worry, Hugo.
It's far away.
Too far to get there in one go.
This is it! Come on, come on!
That should help.
Not yet, not yet, not yet. Come on, we're gonna make it!
I'll give you a hand.
Yes.
Is everyone alright? Did we make it? Really?
We did. We're here. Look at it.
Chateau d'Ombrage.
Whoa. It's even bigger from here.
Let's get in. Come on.
Whoa.
Incredible.
That tower over there. It's the living quarters. It must be several centuries old.
It looks like it's dry, but there's a pit in the way.
It's full of rats. It's another trap.
There has to be another way to get through.
Locked. Can you take care of it?
Alright, this thing's really old. Oh, there was something alive in it. It's open.
Okay, so this castle is going to be our hideout, but first we need to clear it out. There's rats everywhere, so you're going to see what we did before in that other place, clearing the rats with the lamp, with the torches, with the fire here, on a much bigger scale. So the braziers.
Come, Hugo.
So I'm just waiting for Hugo to walk off. He's going to walk off with Lucas, and then we're pushing braziers and basically corralling the rats, I suppose you would call it. And pushing them down holes. So there's a hole on just to the sort of left of me, and we're going to be pushing this. Is a big circular area, as you can see, pushing them down. And that's all we're doing. And look out for materials along the way. It does take quite a while, this, because it's a lot of pushing and waiting, and it's just going to be you and Melly doing the whole thing. Light torches. Whenever you get the opportunity to light a torch as opposed to throwing an ammunition to light it, do so, because it's just going to save on materials. For now, materials become a lot more plentiful later on because you will be expected to use them a lot more. So yeah, walk across, jump up here. You're going to start using the braziers, using these sort of switches, and just kind of follow along with what I do. There's going to be a few materials along the way. There's not too much. I think there's like 2 or 3 instances where there's rare material, not much to be honest. And yeah, once we've cleared all this and the rats are all gone, that will be the end of the chapter. So it's going to take you about 8 minutes or so. I have left the final cutscene in because I always do. And yeah, just follow what I do. Very straightforward. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
I'm coming. Can't wait to get up there. Look at them. Swarming like nobles at the king's court.
But it's our castle. Right, those ones have to be driven into the pit too. And of course they're on the wrong side of the brazier. I'm gonna have to go down and see what's there.
All right. I'll cover you with the brazier.
I'm putting my life in your hands, you know.
All in a day's work, milady. Whenever you're ready.
Can you do it?
Yes. Wow. It could do with a bit of grease.
Huh. Would you rather be down here?
I'm fine. I'm just warming up. I'm at the end. What do you see?
More braziers. I can get up on the ramparts.
Go on then.
We're going to make it. Hugo will be safe. We'll all be safe. Melly, I'm clearing the outer area. They're coming your way.
All right. There are so many of them. We'll never clear a path that way.
Right, we need to clear the whole courtyard.
Let's get on with it then. I'm already soaked anyway. There you go! Into the pits with you!
Yes! Perfect! Well, that's done. The last sector now. I have to get back to the ladder. All right, here we go again. Yes! Are you all right, Hugo? Don't worry, the storm will drown out our voices. Soon we'll all get to see the tower.
That's a bit better. Whenever you want. The bridge. We'd better lower it.
And so, Misia the Amazon and Melly the Stealthy conquered the Chateau d'Ombrage.
You've read too many books. Come on. We still have to clean up the area down there. We're going to need the brazier from the ramparts. I'll cover you with this one.
All right, I'm going down. What is it?
Nothing. It's just a crappy old lever.
Melly, you always know the right thing to say.
It's going to be all right. It's your castle. You have a connection.
Our castle. Imagine, we could all live here together.
I'm more of a cellar girl, you know.
I'm coming!
All right, here we go again.
This is how you conquer a castle.
This is how you get sick.
No, not in my version of the story.
Come on, we're almost fucking there.
And with these noble words, they readied themselves to recover what was rightfully theirs. A home!
Stop it.
Come on, I'm sure there's a cellar for you here somewhere.
Amicia, it's not that simple. You don't know me.
All right, I understand.
No! Loose the dragons! Come on, back off, you bastards! Retreat before Amicia the Amazon and Melly the Fury!
What? Melly the Fury?
I told you didn't know me. We did it! We pushed them back!
The castle saved our lives.
Yes, Laurentius was right.
To celebrate our victory, would you mind if we get out of the rain, please?
Right, to the tower.
Yes. Come over to the fire and warm up.
It's huge.
We'll have time to explore tomorrow. This is our home now.